Hey everybody, I'm Ben Lund. I'm the editor of Dental Town, and as always, I'm here with Dr. Howard Farran. For this column, we talked about teaching your team to teach. And to start off, what percentage of treatment plans actually get done, just nationwide?
Well, nationwide, the largest data we have is about 38%. Mm-hmm. So if you tell 100 people that they each need one filling, 38 will get done. Our 24-year track record at today's dental is somewhere between 62, 65%. So we almost double that. But I want to back up just a little bit in the fact that, you know, we always talk about in business, you manage three things: people, time, and money. And you make something, sell something, watch the numbers. We're in a horrible economic contraction since 2007. And from coast to coast, from New York to Florida, from Florida to California to Seattle to back, everybody's down in new patient flow.
Right.
Everyone.
It's hard to get a new patient.
It's hard. The old school ways of yellow pages and direct mail just are not working. We hear that literally coast to coast.
What do you hear is working?
What is working is websites that show up in the first three listings.
So SEO.
SEO, search engine optimized. I mean, and if you're in a small town, you know, America's only got 117 towns over 100,000 people. There, it's tough. Now, if you're in Salina, Kansas, you know, good God, if you can't show up in the first three in Salina, Kansas, are you even trying? But search engine optimization is everything. We use Sesame, that's who we use, but definitely outsource that to someone that knows what's going on, especially if you're in a competitive market. But here's the deal. You know, people, time, money, you got to manage your people and you got to sell something. And you have to, if you're not going to get more new patients, then you got to get more of the people who you've already diagnosed cavities and gum disease on to accept treatment. I mean, the way I look at it is like when you go to an aerobics class, you don't go to a gym where they have some 400-pound aerobics instructor up there eating a chili cheese dog and a martini smoking a cigar. You would pick an aerobics instructor that was some hot babe spandex queen that could do a cartwheel and a backflip or something, because that person is trying to motivate you to do weights, aerobics, and diet and be a better person.
Right, you want to be like that person.
Yeah, you want to be like that person, and that's energy, and that's how you sell something. When I transfer energy and karma and positive energy, you trade me back your money. And this starts with the receptionist answering the phone. My God, have you ever, I return every dentist phone call, and 80% of the time, it goes, no, I'd say 2/3 of the time it goes to the answering machine.
Yeah.
Then the other, of the remaining third, half of it goes to, can you please hold? Right. They come back, what? What do you need? And it's like, oh my God. I mean, am I the only guy who hired Jay Geyer of the Scheduling Institute to train all my staff? I mean, if 100 people call your office and say, how much is a crown? We can pretty much get everyone to physically come in the office, let us look, which gives us a very high close rate. You call half the offices, how much is a crown? You get an answer machine. They don't leave a message. Right. I mean, it's just crazy. So it starts with a phone call. When the receptionist picks it up, a receptionist is sales and marketing. We have 4 ladies sitting up front. When the phone rings, they got 15 minutes. I mean, they just go, sell. It's about energy. And I go in that deal. My friend Rick Workman, right, who owns Heartland Dental Care, calls the hygiene department warming up the oven. In almost every dental office in America, 4 out of 5 patients, when they check out, go to the receptionist. They're not in an operatory with an intro camera, the x-rays on the deal, instruments, lean them back in the chair. They're standing on a counter. Ben, why do I have to have a filling? Why do I have to have a crown? Why can't I have a filling? Or why do they have to pull it? And right, they still have questions. And what does the receptionist do? Without leaning them back, take an intro camera, pulling up an x-ray, she's standing there across the counter thinking, well, you know, and she's just trying to fake it, and she needs to get up, walk around the counter, take the patient back, and go to the doctor who's starting his next patient, say, hey, look, here's the deal. You spent an hour with this lady, and she's at the counter. She has no idea what's going on. Now, I listened to Dr. Farran's seminar, and he said the people who sell the most dentistry, the dentist doesn't present the treatment plan. Right. Because they know 5,000 words of Latin and Greek, and they go, you have an interproximal lesion, and you have irreversible pulpitis, and you'll need endodontic therapy, and a post buildup, and a full cast restoration. Do you have any questions? And it's like, look, dude, Dude, we can't answer dental questions at the front desk. I'm not going to be a codependent, alcoholic housewife who gets beat up by 4 out of 5 patients that you check out. Now, if you spend an hour back there and 4 out of 5 people have no idea what you said, and only 38 out of 100, which is basically only 1 in 3 get treatment, can we, I know you own the business, but will you please fire yourself and let Charlene present the treatment? What you do is you give someone a quarter, 3 months to do it. Because you've got the dentist track record for the last 10, 20 years. And he's at 38%. So you already know what doctor's gonna do. He's only gonna sell it 1 in 3 times. So let's give Charlene 3 months. And if she can go to 39 or better, she stays. And if you're not quite sure, after 3 months, you might say, hey, let's give it to Devin. Let Devin try it for a quarter. She might take it up to 40, 50. And I'm already telling you, we're at 65. If you got a cavity, we can convince you to do it 2 out of 3 times, and the nation does it 1 out of 3 times. And Ben, and here's why I'm so passionate when I talk to dentists, is, you know, I was at the Greater New York meeting, and this dentist told me, he goes, this dentist asked a question, and it took me about an hour to answer this guy. And my friend says, you know, that was really cool. You know, you spent an hour with that guy. And I said, no, I didn't. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, the world has 7 billion patients with only 1.8 million dentists. The United States has 120,000 general dentists, but they have 307 million patients. When I'm talking to that dentist, I know standing behind him is 2,000 patients. And if I can get through this guy's head, like if this video is only watched by 1 dentist and all he does is stand up and say, you're right, I just can't sell. I like doing dentistry, can't sell it. Only 1 out of 3 people I tell to get a filling gets it done. Well, let Charlene sell it. She might love it. And she might hate doing root canals. And if I can get that to your head, and that's what Dental Time Magazine has been. I want you to realize that you're the editor of Dental Time Magazine. You're not talking to the 120,000 dentists that get it each month. You're changing the 307 million Americans that are treated by these boys and girls.
That's why I love what I do.
Yeah, and if we can get anything through their head, we'll change dentistry for America.
That's right.
But we're out of time, but Ben, thanks as always.
Good to see you as always, Howard, and gang, we'll see you next month. Thanks for joining us.